In this video, I'm going to show you my exact step-by-step plan for becoming a multi-millionaire and retiring early. In this series, I'm going to give you weekly updates on my journey, which I'm going to show you in just a second, and also give you monthly updates on the metrics views, total lives changed, income of the month, and my bank account number. My name is Frederick and I'm a 60-year-old guy who barely made some thousands of dollars online, and probably more than half of the people watching this in 2025 won't take this seriously, but those of you who are watching this in the future will know what's going on, so I'll say let's get right into it. So when you're watching this right now, you probably have like thousands of questions of what's going on, so I'm going to answer why, when, why, what, when, how, give some updates, and then show you the metrics. So there's a rough overview of what it's going to happen. And I'll say, let's get right into it. And I'm going to show you why do I even want to do this entire thing, and why do I want to become a multi-millionaire, and which is probably something that most people want, but most people don't actually have a plan actively to doing that. So why do I want to do this? I want to do this, if you can't tell, because of freedom. And I think pretty much everyone is wanting to do this because of freedom. But this is in itself is not a deep why. You know, you need to have a very, very deep why, a very strong why, because as Nietzsche said, he who has a strong why can bear with over almost any house. So the most important thing to me really is freedom in terms of time. Because by myself, I just freaking hate it that every single day, at the end of the day, I know I just have a limited amount of time, and a certain amount of time, especially like right now, is still left for like 9 to 5 job, for school, for some bullshit stuff that I know is not important for me. It's not really helping anyone. It's just a waste of time, and time is limited. You only have like so many years in life, and then you're dead, and you have to do something in your time. And time is really the most important thing we have in life, because with time and energy, we can do anything that we want. And that's really my main motivation. And another motivation is just to be wherever I want to be. I want to be in the nice places and other trash places, and I want to see multiple parts of the world. Obviously, financial freedom is probably the most common of these. I just don't want to be broke, and I'm broke right now. I will show you later in the metrics. And also other people. I just want to be free from what other people want me to do. I just hate another person that doesn't comprehend what's really important, and giving me some stupid rules that I don't want to follow. So I just want to be my own boss, and I don't want to follow other people. So that's my why. And I could even go like a lot deeper into that, but I don't want this video to be like 2 hours long with what happened in the past and everything. But that's probably something for another video. So I'll say let's go on to what do I even want to do? What do I want to do to get to $10 million or becoming a multi-millionaire in general? And I think I already spoiled it, but I'm going to explain what I want to do. And I'm personally a person that likes maths. I know like many people don't really like maths, but if I want to know what's like the complete utter reality, the brutal truth is just maths. And if I want to make, let's say for example, 10K per month, and I want to have time freedom, so without having to work, I need to have an income of 120,000 per year passively. And when I want to do something passively, I want to pessimistically calculate with 4% return on the capital that I already have. So 120K per year will, for example, be these 4% of 3 million. And that 4%, if like some of you might say right now, okay, 4% is not that much, you could also have like returns of 5-6%, but you always want to plan pessimistically, because then when you follow the plan, you can only be positively surprised and not negatively, unless you didn't plan pessimistically enough. But that's really the goal. And I don't want to make just like 120K per year, because right now that may be good for a living, but I don't know what's going on in like 50-60 years, because I don't like at some point where I want to be at a stage where I don't need to work anymore, I want this to be permanent. And I don't know whether in 50-60 years this might just be like a pretty decent income and not really that much. So I don't want to just make like 3 million. I actually want to make 10 million. And I think this is probably the point of the video where most people are just thinking, dude, this guy is crazy. This guy is 60 years old, wants to make 10 million and has specific plans for doing that. Maybe it's not that crazy and I'm just too narcissistic or whatever. But what's also pretty important for achieving that goal is I want to not have a time frame. Because as soon as you set yourself a time frame, at least in my experience, as soon as you set yourself a time frame for an outcome goal, you just shoot yourself in the foot, and if you don't make it in that time frame, you're not going to make it at all. And whether it takes me 5 years or 10 years to make that amount, or maybe even 20 years, I don't care that much, as long as it just happens. And obviously, if it takes 20 years in comparison to 10 years, I obviously have 10 years less to live and everything. But it really doesn't matter because I know that it's possible. And I just don't want to set myself a time frame. And maybe this is making everything of this video a bit more boring. But I feel like if I just did this and didn't accomplish the goal in the time frame, it would just be like pure stress. And having a business in itself is stressful enough. So I will just go without a time frame and we'll just see how everything is going. And obviously I'm going to set myself pretty tight schedules for actually doing actions to actually make that, because obviously you have to take some action to actually make such a huge amount of money. And what I want to do is I want to do this obviously with a business, but I will use 2 vehicles for doing that, because a vehicle that can get me to 10 million is probably not a vehicle that I should start with right now when I have less than $1,000 available for investing into whatever. So the first vehicle that I'm going to go with is also what I'm doing right now, is copywriting. And I want to do that. I want to have a specific service where I help other people grow their businesses until a certain point where I have the amount to invest into coaching and online programs and high quality education for actually following the second thing, which is going to be probably a high ticket offer, but I don't know yet for what, because I don't really know what I'm actually that passionate about, that I want to do this until the point where I'm actually making 10 million. And in order to do that, you probably have to crush all the competition in your space, and you need to really love the topic that you want to help other people with, and your niche. You just have to love it. And I don't know what it is right now. Isn't even much of importance right now, because I just have to figure out how to pretty much deal with vehicle number 1. And once I have done that, then I can focus on the other part. So that's around about the what I actually want to do. Then it's about the when. I already talked about that. The time frame doesn't freaking matter. And what's also an important thing to talk about right now, if you're watching this on release like 2-3 weeks after watching this video, which is kind of crazy, I'm still in school right now, and in 3 weeks, precisely in 16 days, it's going to be over. And then I only have like a couple of exams, and in the rest of the time I can pretty much focus on that all day long, apart from Sundays and a bit of relaxation time in the evening so that I don't burn out. And I will really just like go all in on that. And in the next years, it may be a bit less of volume, but I will just keep going as long as possible, as long as I can stand it, and yeah, pretty much grow this entire thing out. And obviously at some point make sure that I don't need to have a job or something like that. So how do I want to do this? The first thing that I want to do, what I talked about with copywriting, is that I want to specifically book appointments for people. Because, to quick explanation for people who are not like pros in business right now, with business you can have a low ticket price, which is like a couple of hundreds of dollars, and a high ticket price, which is like $1,500 or higher. And if someone is having, let's say, a price of four grand for his coaching offer or for his service or whatever, then they need to conduct calls or sales calls with people to sell them on their product, and obviously first of all see if they're actually a good fit for their service. And people need a bunch of appointments, and booking appointments is one of the most difficult parts in business, and so that's why I want to help people with that, because it's a painful problem for people. And people who have a high ticket service and are already at a point where they're having some clients, they have money to actually pay me a bunch of money for booking them appointments. So what I want to specifically do is I want to have a pay on results offer for agency owners, because I already have a system that can book appointments online, and a bunch of them, so well, like a decent amount of them, like 20, 30 appointments per month. And I've done this for myself, and it's maybe a bit boring that I'm not starting this entire series from 0, I'm starting from 1 or from 2. And I just want to help them book a bunch of appointments, and I want to get paid per appointment, and then just scale this entire system. So my specific point of action for really starting this entire thing, which was making 10 million, and the people who are watching this video just thought it will be like a shiny video of like how it's going to be super easy, have already clicked off. So for making 10 million, the first action that I have to do is to message 200 agency owners and show them my offer, pretty much. And from that point on, I will probably at some point have a call with some of them, and as pay on results is no risk for people, it's probably going to be pretty much of an easy sale. And then I will start running this my system that I have for them, and start to book some appointments for them. And then like my first thousands of dollars slash euros, whatever. And yes, start to get to a stage where I'm at least decently making some money, and from there to the point where I can finally probably switch vehicles, because I'm not very passionate about what I'm doing right now. It doesn't really matter anyway, because it's just about getting into it and getting the ball rolling, if you, or the stone, or whatever the English people say to that. But yeah, so that's the how, the when, the what, and the why. I hope now things are a bit more clear. And now about the update. So what had actually happened in the last week, and because this is like part 5 of a series for those people watching this like for the first time, with like I think I had like 3 or 4 parts before where I gave people some updates. So here are the updates. I finished the tech setup, which is probably something that I've already done like a week ago. But tech setup is actually quite disgusting, because you need like a bunch of email accounts to make sure that your accounts don't get taken down and everything. And I actually did the first 50 of these 200 outreaches already. And obviously I'm going to continue in the next week with everything. So the main priority is right now to just find people who might need that offer, and to send them a couple of messages, or one message or whatever when they respond, and get them interested into that offer. And another update that I also have is that people actually view my stuff, because I send people videos, and more than like 15-18% actually watch these videos. So that's another update that I have right now. So it's actually starting to work for some part. That I'm getting the attention of people to an amount where I can say that this is like satisfactory. But nobody's interested right now, and that's probably a bit of boring, but I just want to show you the brutal truth of what it's actually like to have a business, and I don't want to give you some like fake results. I just want to show like the brutal honest truth from someone starting from zero with 16 years old. So if you're watching this video, chances are you have a better situation to start with than I have. So I just want to set like real life expectations of how it can actually work. So these are the updates, and now the shiny part of this video that probably everybody was waiting for originally. What are the metrics? What did actually happen last month? And I have to apologize, it's already the 12th of March and not the 5th of March. So last week I should have showed you these metrics obviously a week earlier, but I didn't come up with the idea to make it in that formatting right now. So here is the metrics for the views of February, and it's really just 106 views, but I'm actually quite surprised, because I just made like some videos. I'm focusing on this and not on YouTube. I'm just doing this at a side like very small side hustle to kind of like share my journey with other people. So here's a little proof. I had like not even 2.5 hours of people watching my videos, 1 subscriber, and 106 views. So that's it for the views. Let's see what happens next month. We don't know. And another metric that I want to talk about is, why do I even want to track like lives changed? Because it sounds like quite vague when you just want to make money, lives changed. But the thing is, the more people you actually help with the same price, the more money you're going to make. Because when I just help a lot of people and I have an amazing offer, then in essence, I just need to have that, and then they are going to talk about my offer with their friends or something, and then their friends are getting interested in my offer. I have a bunch of testimonials, so life change is actually a pretty important metric for myself. That's also proving me that I'm actually capable of achieving anything here. And that is really 0 to 1, because I'm having some clients right now, and I'm doing some stuff for them, but I don't know if that lives are really changed. Obviously, you change someone's life as soon as you go into conversation with that person, but it's difficult to tell if I really changed someone's life. Maybe I did. I got some clients, but I wouldn't really say that they made like tons of money. So I'm not that sure whether it's like life changed or not. And now about the very specific numbers and the shiny objects and everything. What is my actual income from February? It's 602 euros and 37 cents. So really not that much, but quite decent to start with the business, because most people, or I when I started, had like months or even like a year of just nothing. So that's quite a good amount for right now. And here's a little proof screenshot, and it's not like a live Stripe like in the last video before that, because I'm too lazy to just go about my Stripe and show you like all that like private information and everything. So yeah, I guess you can just trust me that I made that amount. It's not even that much, I guess. And now about the bank account. The bank account is currently at 528 euros and 45 cents. So that's where I'm at right now. It's a trash situation, I have to tell you that, but I'm I really have like some skills, and for the next month I will focus on just getting someone there as a client, and then starting to book some appointments, pay on results. And as soon as as soon as I have a client, I think this is going to really go up. Both these numbers are going to go up. But it could as well just like take like some more months. So it could even be like in the next month that this number is lower. I don't know what's going to happen there. But yeah, so that's it with my current update here. And as a little presentation of what's currently going on in the life of a 16-year-old who's trying to become a multi-millionaire. And I hope you learned something from the plans that I had right here and what I want to learn. And for those of you who are watching this in the future, you'll probably be able to immediately watch the next part of the series, which will be in the beginning of April, and see what actually happened there. So go check that out right now. It's probably in the end card or whatever, what I will be doing in the future. And for those of you watching this right now, this should just be a little motivation that literally anyone can achieve success. And that's something that I also want to prove with this series, that it really doesn't matter how old you are when you start in business, that it doesn't matter what your situation is in the beginning. I'm not even having $1,000 to invest or something. So yeah, we'll see what's going to happen, and I'll see you in the next one.